Hi everyone, it's Kieran with Thrifted Living. For today's video, I would like to share with you how you can make this DIY message board using products from Dollar Tree. Lately, I have been seeing a ton of these message boards on Instagram and on Pinterest. So when Marianne from HGTV Handmade shared this project a few days ago, I knew I had to give it a try. If you want to learn more about HGTV Handmade, I have linked the channel and the video that I am referencing in the description box below. For this project, you will need a frame. I chose an 8x10, some wooden dowels, also from the Dollar Tree, adhesive vinyl letters that I found in the garage sales section at the Dollar Tree. You might also be able to find them near the poster board. One piece of foam board. Luckily, I had a few pieces left over from my DIY crayon organizer project. And a package of report covers. They come in sets of 3. I took the wooden dowels and placed them on top of the frame to measure out exactly how long the dowels will need to be. A single wooden dowel will only take up about 3/4 of the space that you need to cover. The second wooden dowel you will need to cut, and you can just use whatever products you have at home for cutting the dowels. I took a pencil and marked exactly how long that second wooden dowel needed to be. I marked on the inside of the frame and even giving it just a little extra space to make sure that the wooden dowel would fit inside. I repeated that on all 4 wooden dowels just to make sure that in case the frame bowed a little bit, that each dowel would fit properly. Once I had the dowels marked, I took them outside and cut them, and I also applied several coats of white spray paint. So while I let the dowels dry, I decided to start working on the letters. I actually picked up a couple products to try to make these letters with. I picked up contact paper, I also picked up sheet protectors, but I ultimately decided on using these report covers. The reason that I decided to go with the report covers is that the plastic was much thicker on this than any of the other products that I got, and it made the letters just a little more sturdy. This part was very easy. All I did was take out a report cover and lay it flat on the floor. Once I did that, I peeled off the vinyl letters and just simply stuck them onto the plastic. It was that easy. I did make sure that there was a little bit of room in between each letter just so that I had enough room to cut in between them and so that there would still be a little bit of plastic on either side of the letter and on the top and bottom. And once I stuck on all the letters, all I needed to do was to cut them out. After I cut out all the letters, I took apart the frame, I took the backing off, and I also took out an extra sheet of paper that was inside. In this frame, there's also a piece of cardboard that has a little bit of foam on it, so that makes the frame a little thicker, which I actually really liked for this project, so I actually ended up keeping that part of the frame. Once I took out the glass, I laid it on the foam board and measured it out. After I traced the foam board, I simply took a pair of scissors and cut along the lines. After the foam board was cut out, I put it inside the frame. And I also included that piece of cardboard that had the foam just to give the frame a little more thickness. And I made sure to secure it on the back. Finally, the wooden dowels are dry and it's time to attach them to the foam board. I started laying the dowels out on the foam board. One thing that did help me was to actually take the letters and put them in between the dowels. If you would like exact measurements of where I placed the dowels on the frame, you can check out the blog post for this project on my blog, which is thriftedlivingblog.com. Once I liked the position of the dowels, I took hot glue and started applying the dowels to the foam board. One tip I would like to give you is to make sure that you apply the hot glue on the bottom edge of the dowel. That way you won't have to worry about the letters bumping up onto the hot glue. I actually did this project twice, and the first time I let the hot glue kind of go up to the top of the dowel, and I had some difficulty with the letters not resting flat because they were bumping up against some hot glue that was on the top of the dowel. So just try to make sure that you're applying the hot glue towards the bottom of the dowel, and simply repeat that process for all the dowels. And the last step for this project is creating a place to keep those letters. I knew that if I didn't create a place to keep those letters on the actual message board, that I would probably lose them. That's just kind of how things go for me. So what I decided to do was to take a sandwich bag that I got at Aldi and actually attach it to the back of the frame. And it kind of works out nicely because remember how the foam actually kind of makes the frame a little thicker? It also kind of creates like a little nook within the back of the frame, which actually works perfectly for this. All I did was take some packing tape and attach the bag to the back of the frame. Once I did that, I simply put the letters inside and it works perfectly. I love that I was able to keep all of those letters right with the frame. Now that my message board is complete, it is time to write my very first message on it. hope that you enjoyed seeing how I created this DIY message board using products from Dollar Tree. You can use this message board as decor in so many different areas of your home. It would look perfect on a tablescape for a holiday or on your desk in your classroom or in your dorm room. I hope that you give this project a try. If you do, please make sure you share a picture of it with me on Instagram at thriftedliving. And don't forget to go over and check out HGTV Handmade and get inspired. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!